Hello, good evening. This is our last session for before the midterm exam. Our topic for tonight is about VoIP, or the over Internet Protocol. So our objectives for this evening is to, number one, discuss the importance of Voice over Internet Protocol as a platform. Number two, value the importance of Voice over Internet Protocol as a platform. And number three, understand the basic concepts and structures of Voice over Internet Protocol as a platform. So for VoIP, VoIP is a shortcut. It is also called an IP telephony, and it is a method and a group of technology for the delivery of voice communication and multimedia sessions over Internet Protocol. So networks such as your internet. The terminology or the for IP or internet telephony, broadband telephony, and broadband phone service specifically refers to the provisioning of communication services, such as example will be your voice or facsimile or fax for short, SMS, and voice messaging, so over the internet. Rather than via the public switch telephone network or PSTN, also known as a plain old telephone service or POTS. So later, this technology, students, I would like to make mention that Voice over Internet Protocol was introduced during your 3G to 4G transition. So sang ang internet naton is from 3G or the third generation going to fourth generation or 4G. So VoIP was, although there are services for VoIP karang una, pero those are minimal, guys, and the voice messaging was not that very much good during those times because of the length of the bandwidth. At the same time, the subscriber base them is not advanced. So the dominant thing about the communications from 2000s to 2010, I think, is texting ginta na. But nowadays, since nag-evolve ng technology naton, our technology has evolved tremendously. It goes leap and bounds. That is why we came up with the advancement in VoIP or the Voice over Internet Protocol. I remember during 2006, the first IP telephony for VoIP was introduced not from the US, but from Japan. And the first telecom company which offered VoIP was, I think, NTT Docomo. So from Japan. Okay. So the steps and principles in originating VoIP, telephone calls are similar to traditional digital telephony, which involved signaling, channel setup, digitization of the analog voice signals, and encoding. So pareho ka inyo karang una. Ay dumduman ko, I remember during 1990s, late 1990s going to 2000s, may Islacom pa karang una nga ginbutang mga telephone service. So that was the very first VoIP technology that was introduced to us. Instead of the internet, we have phone calls. So they transport media streams using special media delivery protocol that encode audio and video with audio codecs and video codecs. Audio and video codecs. Codecs are these are softwares ang codecs. Excuse me, which converts your digital content into analog and analog to digital. So pareho man kay inyo nga modem bala, guys. Whereas ang codec, audio codecs and video codec are the ones responsible for transferring of the telephony or the signal So like for example, if you have your voice call sa phone ninyo, I don't know guys lang kung naka-encounter do kamo telephone gid bala nga gamit bala ang telepono gid na bala. So when you talk, that is analog, no? And then your voice, if you're going to transmit it in the internet, it will become digitalized. And who facilitates the digitization besides the modem? The codecs are responsible for transversing, or it has an transversing means it's preempting your voice call into digital content. And then afterwards, pag-transmit niya sa internet, hindi na siya voice, it's 1 and 0 na. Then pakadto sa receiver, which is ang ginasenda ninyo or telebabad ninyo, or ang ka phone file ninyo, or ang nag-receive ka telephone call nyo. Yeah, gina-receive naman sa nga transceiver. And then the codec is also responsible for preempting, converting from digital to analog. So, and then vice versa. So, for wireless communication, radio, radio is a direct wave content, meaning to say, ang pag-emit ka signal is direct siya. Whereas sa VoIP naton, gaagi pa kita sa cyberspace. So that is you can actually infer na the very good example of this is the app of your Bombo Radio. Karang una, we're using still the radio to hear Bombo Radio. But nowadays, pwede gani nga ka-download ka mo ka-app nanda, and then pag enter nyo ka-app ka Bombo Radio, may live sanda nga content na pwede niyo mabatian basta may signal lang kamo kag may load. Other than that, another medium is sandang Facebook page. You can go there, and then may live man sandang content. So hindi dun kinanglan pa nga kita ka radyo nga mamati ka mo ka Bombo Radio. Pero you can view it in the internet using the communication is still similar to VoIP. But ang sa Bombo Radio sa application nanda, it's one way. Whereas ang VoIP nga example, if you are making a call in Messenger, syempre kita nyo yung not only voice ang pwede ninyo nga content, but other than that, pwede man nga maka-transmit ka video. So that is a very good example of your VoIP streaming, so your Messenger. Okay, so please take note of that, because on your activity, you will be I'm going to require you to pass to me VoIP content conversation among your So for part 1, that is today or this week, you can just pass voice, but next week you will both pass the conversation recording with video. So it's video telephony na. Now this week, for our activity, what you're going to do is still your voice anay. Okay? So early providers of VoIP services use business models and offered technical solutions that mirror the architecture of legacy telephone network. And then afterwards, second generation providers such as Skype build closed networks for private user bases, offering the benefit of free calls and convenience while potentially charging for access to other communication network. So this limited the freedom of users to mix and match third parties hardware and software. Pero for third generation providers such as Google Talk karang una, pero nowadays it's Google Meet, adopted the concept of federated VoIP. So these solutions typically allow dynamic interconnection between users in any two domains of the internet when the user wishes to place a call. So in addition to VoIP phones, VoIP is also available on many personal computers and other internet access devices. So we have the calls and SMS texts may be sent via Wi-Fi or the carrier's mobile data network. So for your Wi-Fi, that's why your Wi-Fi service provider. And then for the mobile carrier, it's either you have your Smart or Globe or Dito. So VoIP provides a framework for consolidation of all modem communication technologies using a single unified communication system. Okay, to continue, the mass market VoIP services use existing broadband and internet access, by which subscribers place and receive telephone calls in much and same manner as they would via the old system, which is PSTN. So full service VoIP phones companies provide inbound and outbound service with direct inbound dialing. Don't you know, guys, that in your call center, call centers are using VoIP messages for getting their calls. That is a very good example of VoIP telephony. So many offer unlimited domestic calling and sometimes international calls for a flat monthly subscription fee. Then phone calls between subscribers of the same provider are usually free when flat free service is not available. So it is increasingly common for telecommunications provider to use VoIP telephony over dedicated and public IP network, such as backhaul to connect switching centers and interconnect with other telephony network providers. So this is often referred to as IP backhaul. And then smartphones may have SIP clients built into the firmware or available as an application download. So that is the idea of getting into the conversation using the VoIP or the sound telephony. So other than that, you must have any data so that you can continue with VoIP access. Now, students, let's not go deeper with the hardware architecture for VoIP. It's because kung padalman naton daya, you will notice that in your data communications subject, the same lang sa guys actually with VoIP that is being available into your application layer sa inyong internet. Kung madumduman ninyo sa ninyo sa Datacom ang mga layers na to, ka network layer bala. So it's similar. The where does VoIP come in? I think the VoIP technology will come in with together with your STP or the your HTTP. So the same sa sanda guys, ang STP, HTTP IP sa they are amo nga services ang gina-offer nila guys. So with your internet connectivity and then for your network framework, similar lang sa na. Kaya ang VoIP is just an IP or the protocol. The keyword here is the protocol, meaning to say the protocol is how are you going to make that application made available into existing communications network. So for STP, I think ano lang siya, 'di ba? Ano siya, ng file lang. Ang HTTP mga web pages. So therefore, ang sa voice naman kag sa ano nga communication is your VoIP or the VoIP network. So VoIP is a very good platform. For your activity, which is very easy. Your activity 9, well, you're going to record a 2-minute conversation in VoIP using any applications. So what we're going to do is to save it in that MP3 format and upload it in your Google Classroom. I don't know, guys, how much is the applicable format kung uploadable siya kung hindi. Pero i-try lang natin, guys. I-try lang natin. Add Astra Sapientiam to the stars through knowledge. What we're going to do is to try it. We're going to try it if we can send or we can record calls using VoIP, and then you record your conversation, and then afterwards you save it in that MP4. So duro guys, ang paano nyo himuon? I think madali lang. What we're going to do is to place a call. Audio lang guys, audio lang siya. It's either, but before you make a call, I think you have to Di blang phones ninyo guys may recorder man. So may recorder. So, i-play nyo anay ang record. And then pagkatapos ma-audio call ka mo sa Messenger with your classmate. And then hindi ka mo magpalawi guys, 2 minutes lang ang limit. It's either 2 minutes or below 2 minutes. And then automatically naka MP4 format. So afterwards, paano nyo ma-retrieve ang voice call? Ang voice call ninyo, pwede ninyo retrieve sa Messenger ata or ma-download. So i-try ninyong i-download using any application that you can find. It's either you make a call in different applications like Messenger, Line, or WeChat, or may dyan pagid ang Telegram. Ang Telegram, testingin niyo kung pwede siya sa Telegram. Kay daw duro yan na I think na batian ko nga mayad nga review sa Telegram nga applications. So you can make it or kung lang gid, Messenger lang gid ang available, so be it ang Messenger lang anay. Pwede man siya. Or pwede nga sa carrier ninyo, if you don't want to use Messenger, I think you can use ang ordinary phone call. Basta naka-recording lang siya. Kag naka-save siya automatically sa inyo tanang phone. So I think hindi siya mag-conflict. Try nyo lang siya. Kung mag-save sa phone nyo, and then i-download nyo sa phone nyo, kag i-upload sa Google Classroom natin sa conversation. Reminder, mga wholesome lang na conversation. Guys, hindi lang mga jokes, okay lang na siya. Pero hindi lang mga green na jokes or mga sexist or mga suya or curse words, muyayaw, bawal mo muyayaw kag liyog lang. Ay daw para wholesome lang, okay? Kung may kung mga witty nga classic conversation, pwede na siya. Or pangamusta or panghagad kung diin, manalaba or man, pwede. Pero kung mga green daw, hindi lang gid tama ka green gid ha. Para ng mga humor lang Okay, so any questions guys for your activity? It's very easy man. Pero I think you need a partner for this activity, no? Kaya kinanglan yung mag-istoryanay mo.
Sir?
Yes?
Excuse. Hindi upload, sir?
Sa Google Classroom na to. Ito yan yung i-upload sa activity.
Bali, ma-record, sir, ka voice call?
Oo. Ang lang voice call lang. For this week, kinapaunahan lang kamo. Voice call lang guys ha. May part 2 pa dyan ng VoIP naton nga activity. Sa next week, may video dugid. Mas madali ang video kay pwede ka maka Google Meet or ka Skype or ka gali, pwede ganun isa. Ang ginagamit naton
voice call? Parang video call?
Video call ang Google, ang sabla Google Meet ang Zoom na pwede ka mo ka Zoom i-record niyo. Pay 2 minutes lang guys, hindi niyo pagpalawigon kay kun hanggod ang hindi niyo ma-download, ma-upload sa Google Classroom. Gamay lang nga bytes dapat yadang sa MP4. Naka MP4 nga format Next week, ang tulad na sa voice, it's MP3 nga format. Ay para siya compress kag mamag-an. Ay kung iba nga file format nga WAV, mabugat gid katama, hindi niyo ma-upload. So medyo problema kita dayan. Kay kung MP3 lang, medyo magan siya. Apos na lang 2 minutes lang. Ang 2 minutes lang ang maximum. Pwede nga below 2 minutes. Kay kung panggodon nyo, palawigon nyo gali, ang good madang i-save ninyo. So medyo hindi nyo ma-upload sa Classroom. Oo. Hindi nyo ma-upload sa Google Classroom, guys. Kay ang good below 2 minutes na conversation lang. Dali man lang makadali. Oo. Makadali lang ang conversation. So may option kamo ha. Either magamit kamo ka app, example, ang Messenger. May daan lang daan kamo. Or pwede nga direkta nyo lang tawag sa phone. Pero i-record nyo siya. I-record nyo. So either isa sa inyo ang ma-record sa voice call. Hindi man nga kinanglan nga duwagid kamo, no? Kung makita na yung mga kamugyapon tawaan mo na, pasahan mo na yung classmate nyo kanang record mo. Kaya kung hindi ka mo magkita like for example sa Iloilo siya, So kinahanglan i-record nyo gid nga isa-isa ka mo gid para ma-record niyo yung conversation. 2 minutes lang time man nyo guys. Hindi nyo papasobrawan sa 2 minutes. Kay hanggod da nga hindi nyo na ma-upload. I-limit ta lang siguro mga pira ka MB man. Mga ang size ka 3 minute nga sa MP3 is mga 6 MB mo. 6 to 7. So aton less mga 5 para nga madali siyang i-upload kay kung nanggod-anggod hindi mabudlay na siya. Yawan ka mo ka-upload sa kapin pa kung data ya inyo nga ginagamit. Yawan ka mo guro. Klaro do guys.
Sir, mag-call ka sir.
Mike? Ano Mike? Liwat abi? Pamangkot. I-record nyo siya Mike. I-record nyo. Record nyo yung conversation ninyo. Dua ka mo classmate nyo daad. Karaway matong ikaw manawag, sino tawagan mo abi? Ikaw galingon mo, hello Mars, hindi man pwede. Dapat may kausap kayo, may pinag-uusapan kayo. It's either your classmate or kung iban nga tao, pwede man. Pwede man iban nga tao, pwede man classmate ninyo. Mas mayad kung classmate ninyo, though hitting 2 birds in 1 stone do lang, ay para duha ka mo sa isa ka activity ninyo. Lang pero ang pag-upload tag isagid. Oo.
Activity 9 dyan, sir.
Activity 9 daya. Michael, why Mike timer da Mike ya nyo? So dapat may taramdan kamo ka oras relo nyo bala or ang nyo, ang gamito nyo ma-earphone kamo tapos lantawon nyo yung oras sa telephone sa cellphone nyo. Kung 2 minutes. Or kung may relo ka mo, time man yung 2 minutes. Hindi na siya automatic nga timer nga ng pero kung may feature application or ang cellphone yung amo ka dati, okay lang mapatay siya gulpi. Paigaring since waay guro no or hindi ka mo guro ka access ka hindi ka mo mag-expect. So ubrahon nyo, time man yung kamo lang. So kagalingon yung bla. Time man nyo lang ay para nga hindi ka mo magpaso or hindi magsobra sa 2 minutes. Okay? 2 minutes lang gid Oo. Ate okay man. Sige, may aday na sabat ko pamangkot mo, Mike. Oo. So may question pa gid, guys. Okay. Sige. James, may pamangkot ikaw, James?
Sir, about sa ginpo.
Oo.
Sa post mong exam, sir, kung madayon harumaan.
Oo, dayon nun tadlang guys. May conflict ka mo sa ibang nga subjects? Why? Kung why kita conflict, dayon kita tomorrow afternoon So, naton is 3 p.m. Amo man dagani ko daad, i-announce ko tulad ng gabi. Yes, James?
Pira ka items, sir?
Not sure. Wait lang. Hindi ko madumduman. Pwede ka dahil lang. I-check ko lang ha kung pera ka items. Why ko madumduman kung pera ka items nyo. Pero mga I think 60 lang guro. 60 items lang ata if I'm not mistaken. Oo, i-double check ko lang kin medyo na marilipaton dun ako. I think 60 items. So kung 60 items mga 1 hour lang da. So start kita 3 p.m. end kita siguro 4. Or mas gusto niyo 1 p.m. Okay lang kaninyo 1 p.m. or sa inyo or 3 p.m. lang.
Gabi, sir, pwede.
Hindi pwede gabi. Ito iba niyo nga classmate base white na signal tag magsaraylo tanda sa matravel para sanda mo. Yung taga barangay pasanaid lang kananda ay iba nyo nga classmates sa kundiin pang lugar mahalin ang matravel sanda masaylo ka lugar mabudlay guro igid hindi pwede guro so gamay lang guro makabuol kon gabi so kung buot daad hapon alas 3 para may time pa sanda mag-travel may time pa mag-uli kung diin sanda nga barangay mahalin kahit makadto sa Banwa or sa kung diin may signal bala tayo mo dahil ginaano nato why pata abi guys it mando mag face to face. Mo mantener lang tanay kamo kada nga sistema Edo ka alang-alang manabigid. Oo. Mike, hindi man gid tama da ka ano gid signal hindi man da gid tama gid ka apoy kon cellphone nga ginagamit nyo. Gamay mo lang da guys nga bandwidth ya kinanglan nyo kon Google Forms ya gamiton naton. So bantayan nyo lang sa guys sa in GC naton sa group chat. Tuya ko ibutang yung link kag ma-email man ko kaninyo isa-isa. Sa email address nga gin tao kanakon ni Ma'am Alingalan, di may listahan kamo kanakon ang may mga emails kamo mo. Amo man daya ginabutang ko sa email ninyo sa Google Meet naton tulad nga gina-inform ka, gina-notify kamo bala. So gina-email ko da kaninyo yung link at the same time gina-post ko sa GC. Amo man daya moon ko. So i-post ko sa GC at the same time tawaan ta kamo ka email na ma-receive ninyo yung email tapos makakuha ka mo ka link. Pag nakakuha ka mo ka link, umpisado ka mo ka exam. Don't forget to write your name. Yung pinaka-importante, may ngaran ka mo. Kung white ngaran, So, reminder lang, 1 hour lang ta. Then, before 1 hour, dapat mapasa nyo doon. Kung mag-start kita 3 p.m. gid, 4 p.m. laban-laban, na siya, ma-close na. Then, hindi ka mo magpa-close, ay may problema, gigita ka da kung kung ma-closean ka mo, iti mabol ka mo liwat ka exam. Ang sunod, ano yung mayad? Ang sa barangay, guys, if you can go here sa Banwa or sa pinakamarapit nga nga may signal, halong lang gid kamo, palihog, lisensya sa ginikanan, dala ka face mask, face shield kung ano pa kumidayan, kag alcohol. Kag halong kung madrive ka mo ka motor, hindi lang ka mo padasig gid. Nyo lang. Halin ka mo dyan mga 1 p.m. doon sa balay nyo. Para alas 3 dyan ka mo sa classmate nyo sa Banwa or sa DN man. Halong lang gid, amo lang gid Ang palihog, lisensya ka mo tsakto sa ginikanan nyo. Hindi nyo pag-irason kay kananda nga abi nga may exam gid man kita, di ba? Pero base kung after ka exam or before ka da kung din yung mga madto. So 3 o'clock man lang tanay aton nga exam until 4 o'clock. Is 1 hour man lang. Then you have still time to go home or to mayad man. Amo da guys pasensya lang gid ang kon signal hindi ko gid aguro medyo san. Maskin ako gani problema man ako ka signal ko diya kanakon ay maskin diya gani sa Banwa medyo pag-away signal baylo-baylo man so mo da guys, do you have any questions still? Dayon nun tadlang yung exam natin tomorrow morning afternoon inyo. Okay, sige. So more you can jot down your attendance guys if you don't have any more queries to ask. Okay, and then this one. Josh, good evening lang. Kay Josh. Kay Kier, good evening. Nika, good evening. Cindy, good evening. Rachel, good evening. Okay. Make sure to si Josel daw nagpanaw ay ka attendance. Basi palihog hambal kay Josel. Nakita ko siya nag-log out siya, why siya ka-attendance pa. Okay, sige, salamat guys sa pag-attend do karon nga gabi ha. Amat-amato naton ka naton para next week lain duman nga So next week expectedly ang napaunahan ko do kaninyo just prepare ang video chat ninyo para classmate. Today voice call lang anay, next week video chat na siya. Ang format sa next week is MP4 kay may voice kag may video. Unlike sa MP3 nga sa voice lang siya. Okay? Amo day kinalain kaduwa ha. Kay MP3 kag MP4. Sa MP3 is voice lang, ang MP4 video and voice duwa gid. Okay. So, amo dahil kinalainan da. So, thank you. So, Mike, kay Michael, thank you, Mike. Kay Mark Anthony, thank you. Kay Josh, kay Sheena Rose, kay Ray Mark. Dyan si Giselle nagbalik. Attendance mo, Sel? Doon. Okay, sige. So, okay. So, guys, Faith, thank you, Faith. Rachel, good evening. Thank you. Risa, thank you. Good evening. Okay, so thank you guys ha. Hasta diyan lang kita. You may now exit now. This ends our session for this evening. So stop ko na ang recording.